Arrive the caring community because I know they care for us. Now, I'm 82, and if you have no place to go, there's somebody down here that cares for you. You know you're going to have a meal. They're very nice. They have a lot of activities here.
It's a place where every day you learn something.
I come here every day and I am learning a lot of things in here.
It makes a community out of people who maybe without the organization, many of these people would just be isolated.
All I do at home is clean and cook, but this way I get out, meet people, make friends.
Are you talking about my country club? My doctor sent me here because I don't eat.
I'm just beginning to admit to myself that I've crossed the boundary line into old age. I came out to start looking for a community, and I ended up here. I need to simply talk to people who are older people now to find out how I can do this successfully.
We have about 1,100 volunteers who come and help us every day of the week. A lot of our volunteers come from the community, but we couldn't exist on community volunteers alone, so we have a massive outreach program, and we have volunteers from corporations, including Goldman Sachs, American Express, some of the banks. We have student volunteers from NYU, from Columbia, from Hunter, and we also work with some of the high schools. They deliver meals, they teach classes, provide services, shopping, taking people to the doctor and to get their hair done. And were it not for this cadre of volunteers, we wouldn't be able to operate and to serve the community as well as we do.
You have to really encourage people and guide them to working with the elderly, and when you are able to do it within the context of an agency like the Caring Community, where the people who work there are a caring community, it's a privilege. It really changes the way that you feel about the streets that you walk up and down on a daily basis.
The volunteers play an extremely important part in the operations of the Caring Community. We couldn't exist without them.
You know, I lose my balance. I can't go out alone. I'm homebound, in other words. This is my home. This is where I stay till God takes me. Hi. Hey. Hi, how are you? Hey, how's your week?
It's good.
Good, good.
I brought you something.
Oh,
I brought you
nice.
something.
Oh,
there you go.
Thank you. Sit down.
Yeah.
Tomorrow I will be 90 years old, thank God. Margaret, love, John.
It's about 12 years now that I live alone. When my wife was alive, I didn't even know that I had a kitchen.
Feeding old people, caring for them at home, trying to bring a little joy into their lives, helping to care for their pets if they have to be put in a hospital. For me, it has been one of the most satisfying aspects of this life, and I'm 75 years old.
This winter, it was the worst winter that I had in my life because I couldn't go out. I had to stay for days and days without going out at all. And believe me, to be in a house alone, not talking to anybody, my voice had changed.
Well, the thing is that actually I all of a sudden became non-functional. If it wasn't for the community, I don't know what I would do. And now, as I said, when you get old, you get old. That's it. And I don't want to be a burden to anybody.
About 35 years ago, a group of concerned citizens got together to address the needs of the older people residing in Greenwich Village. Now, on any given day, we're serving about 600 meals, both at 4 congregate sites throughout the village in Lower Manhattan, and through a Meals on Wheels program. We get about 60% of our money from the Department for the Aging, which comes down from state and city and federal sources, and we have to raise the other 40% ourselves. It's important for the Challenge Grant to help us get other people to start giving money to us, because you know as well as I am that we're perceived as an agency in a wealthy neighborhood, and that's not true, and I have to change the perception.
So much of what makes up our community in the village is the caring community and the services that Lucy and everyone delivers to seniors every day. And to have this facility be redone and have the ribbon cut today, even in the time of fiscal crisis, I think really sends a message about what the priorities are in Greenwich Village.
And that's what it's all about. What goes around comes around. And the motto that I think is most important is that you have to give back.
My lips, I want to lose them, and once you used to love me, we were happy then.
It's been amazing to see how people are eager to respond to it, because when you tell them what this small grassroots organization is doing, how many people they're reaching out to, the kind of differences that they're making, it makes business owners really want to support that. As I get older, I appreciate it even more, knowing that they're there, and one of these days I just might be the person who's welcoming a volunteer at my door.